What's going on, people? It's the Xbot 448, and before I start my video today, I want to give a major shout out to Four Guys with Quarters podcast. I was on their podcast yesterday. These guys are an awesome group of gamers. Had a lot of fun talking about, just kind of like finalizing the thoughts of the division, PlayStation VR. We had a couple really good topics. We even went in talking about Gears 4 and such. I will put a link in the description below. I'll actually put two links for these guys because it seems that they are really on Twitch strong. So I'm going to put a link to their Twitch channel, and I'm going to put a link to their YouTube channel. Guys, just to let you know, whenever you want me to come on again, just let me know. I will be there. As far as today's video is concerned, I want to talk about a couple things. One thing is the Halo World Championships. The final teams are set, and the championships are going on this weekend. There's a couple ways to watch at least the final on Sunday, but you can definitely catch the Halo World Championships starting today at 12 o'clock Eastern on a Twitch channel, and then they have a secondary stage. They have a secondary Twitch channel to watch like the secondary stage that's going on. So there's two Twitch channels that you can watch. I believe the first one is just the official Halo channel, and then they have that secondary channel to watch like the secondary stage and stuff. It's really exciting because within this World Championship, the grand prize winner, the team standing at the end, is going to receive $1 million in prize pool money, and that's the biggest pot ever for an esports event, and it's really cool. And it's Halo 5. You guys know I am hooked on Halo 5. So definitely, I'm going to look for the Twitch channels. I will put a link to the Twitch channels as well. So my description here, there's going to be a lot of links going on. So go in and check them out. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about is something that me and, Four Guys with Quarters talked about yesterday, and that was PlayStation VR. And, it's like kind of notch in the gaming industry. What's going to happen with this? Okay, now in my life, I consider VR kind of like a gimmicky thing. Okay, I see it as kind of like a fad. I'm not really excited about virtual reality. All right, but there are a lot of people that are. There are a lot of people that see that bright new shiny thing and they go all in on it. Not only that, but these corporations, like you have Samsung, you have HTC, you have Sony, you have Oculus. All these businesses, all these like corporations are putting a lot behind VR. They're trying to hype it up to be the next big thing. Now, in the podcast yesterday, one of the guys, Italian Clowns, like I said, real cool guys, he pointed something out that I believe is the absolute truth when it comes to virtual reality. Now, if you're running a corporation, you want to make the most money off stuff that you don't have to spend a lot to manufacture. He said that basically when it comes to the whole virtual reality thing, it should have been done in the 90s. That the hardware was there, and they could have pushed it then. Now, with the hardware being so cheap to manufacture, you have these companies pushing virtual reality as the next big thing, when in all actuality, the future is called augmented reality, where you don't lose your place in the real world, but yet have it enhanced by holograms and such within your computer or your device. Now, I definitely think this is the future, and I 100% agree with Italian Clowns. I thought it was one of the best things said in the podcast yesterday, and it really brought me back to, that is the perfect point when it comes to virtual reality. Now, when it comes to Sony's virtual reality, they did release the price. I'm pretty sure if you follow any type of gaming news, you know that they released the price. And they released the price for the virtual reality headset. But then they had to come back and say, well, you need the camera to run it, basically. And then if you want the complete experience, you need 2 move sticks, and move sticks are $50 a piece. So when you add it all together, you're looking at another 100 for the move sticks, that's 5, another 50 to 60 for the camera. So you're looking at about 550. You add tax in it, you know, between $550 to $600 for this, and that's a lot of money.
But please, bring John.
It is the cheapest out of all the VRs that are coming out. I'm not sure about that whole cardboard one that they came out with before, but it is pretty much the cheapest. It is not the most powerful. Even Sony came out and stated that the Oculus is indeed superior to the PlayStation VR. And now a lot of people were talking about the Oculus. They're like, yeah, but do you see the specs on the PC that you need to run it and stuff like that? And I kind of looked into the specs. Now, the only thing I don't have in my computer to run an Oculus would be the graphics card. Everything else I have in my tower can run the Oculus no problem, which is a little strange to me because I bought this tower over a year ago for $700. I have a HP Envy. So I'm wondering how much this HP Envy right now would cost. I bought it over a year ago for a little over $700. Now, what I am missing in my PC, I will give it to you. It is a big piece. It is the graphics card. It has to be a GTX 970, I believe, or higher, or the equivalent of, depending on, you know, which company's graphics cards you buy. And that's about, for what I saw on the internet, that's about $300 or so. So it is a big chunk. But the Oculus is also a superior piece of hardware. Okay, so if you're really into VR, I mean, I don't think it's going to cost too much in terms of setting it up for the PC. All right, and I think the Oculus has a ton of support. It is superior hardware, and if I ever do get into VR, that is what I would actually look into getting. Not only that, but the Oculus is also, you know, compatible with Windows 10 devices, and I believe they've even stated that with the X1 can stream games to the Oculus. So all the games that you have on your X1 can be played through your Oculus. Would it be in virtual reality? I don't think so yet. But with the Universal Windows platform, they are able to make games that are scalable. Okay, scalable from the mobile to console to PC, and why not go up to VR? I mean, it would be a scalable code to where they add in the code for the specific device that you want to play it on, and the platform knows what device you're playing it on and scales it up or down according to what you're using. I see that as very promising, because then not only are you getting a game that you could run on your console, but you can also go and, if you want, play it in virtual reality, or play it in some form or fashion on your mobile device, like your cell phone or your tablet. I think that is cool. That is more or less a future-based technology that is really interesting. Not only that, when you look at the PlayStation VR, there are a lot of components, a lot of wires. They even have a separate processing unit that needs to be plugged into your PS4 in order for your VR headset to work. And it's kind of funny that there's a lot of people that are praising this whole virtual reality thing, but we're kind of bashing Microsoft for the whole ability to upgrade your console. And, you know, one of the arguments was spacing in your entertainment center or whatever. Now, they would argue about spacing when it comes to plugins for like the X1 or the future Microsoft console and stuff like that, but they're not using that same argument for this processing unit that has to be plugged into the PS4. It looks like a mini PS4, so I do like the aesthetic of it. I think that's pretty cool. But, you know, the same complaints that they had about one console, when you see this console do it and add plugins and stuff like that, there's just no problem whatsoever. And that is kind of like the bias in the community. there is a bias, you know, out there. Not all people have it, okay? There's a lot of people out there that are gamers, all right? But there is a bias out there, and some of them don't even admit that they have a bias. They say they're completely non-biased. They say they bought both consoles, but when it comes down to it, all they report or all they say to you guys are positive Sony news or ways to spin Sony news to make it positive, which is kind of crazy. It's one of the main reasons why I started my channel. But as usual, guys, if you liked the video, definitely give it that thumbs up. Definitely hit up that comment section. I want to know, you know, if you're going to watch the Halo World Championships. Not only with watching the Halo World Championships, on Sunday they are going to unveil, they're going to show some of the new firefight mode that's going to come in a future update. You know, Halo 5 has monthly updates where they add maps and stuff like that. One of those updates is going to bring back firefight mode. I'm excited for it. I want to know if you are as well. And then, of course, the PlayStation VR stuff. I want to know, are you excited? Are you going to get it? You know, do you have a PS4? Will you buy a PS4 just so you can get your hands on PlayStation VR? To me, that's kind of a stretch, but I want to know what you think, what your plans are, and all that good stuff. And just to let you know, in terms of my giveaway, I am still ironing out just the details with my wife, but I will let you know what it is. I did announce it yesterday on the podcast, but I will be giving away an Elite controller. I feel it's a really good giveaway for 1,000 subscribers. I feel that whoever gets this, if they don't have an Elite controller already, whoever gets this will never look back once they get this. And I am proud to be giving it away. But as for now, this is the Xbot 448, and I am definitely signing off.